Testing. Test.
Good morning, Unity of OC. The people that are supposed to be here today are here in all their love and joy, right? So let's stand and bring up our energy here by singing I Release and I Let Go. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free here in spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free here in spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Awesome. Woo! Let's welcome Shanice up to the platform.
Good morning, Unity of Orange County. Y'all made it. Woohoo! Spring forward. We're going to put that spring in your step today. And I also want to acknowledge Happy International Women's Day. We have a sacred, divine, feminine treat today for sure. So we always like to welcome those streaming in on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, even if it is in the near future. May you enjoy your morning. Please remember to like us and subscribe so you can stay in touch with Unity of Orange County. So we always like to start our service off by affirming the prayer for our church, our vision, and our mission statement. So let's begin with a prayer for our church. God is our strength, our substance, our source, and our supply. We open our mind to divine ideas, and we are grateful for the flow of good in our ministries. And our vision statement: we are love, honoring the divine in all. And our mission statement: we awaken, inspire, and transform lives through loving kindness, education, and service. Indeed. We also like to affirm our 5 basic principles. These are spiritual principles practiced in all of the sacred traditions, and they were heightened by the Fillmores, founders of Unity. So let's start with our first principle. God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. And 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. And 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know I make a difference. And you do, so thank you for being here. And at this time, let's start off in gratitude for all of those wonderful people that make this service possible. Of course, we have Bill Wolf, our fabulous music director. today we have David on camera. Thank you so much. We have John streaming. Thank you, John. We have Aaron on audio. Thank you, Aaron. And we also have our lovely greeters who are Alejandra and Carla. Thank you for that love. Hospitality today is provided by Sandy O'Connor and Ellen. Thank you so much. Please stay for that. And our trustee of the day is Rosemary. Thank you, Rosemary. And our speaker today is Reverend Robyn Plante, our very own Robyn. Thank you. Her talk title is Living in the Heart of God. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? Good question. Let's explore the richness that awaits us when we release the hands of time and embrace the heart of God. Very timely for today. And we also would love to give a warm welcome to our musical guest artist, Jennifer Hart, everyone. So blessed to have you here. Jennifer has been singing in churches from an early age, in her childhood in a small fundamental church in Iowa, and often with her 4 older sisters. After teaching elementary school music, she realized her talents would be better used in a performing career. She's entertained internationally from Sweden to Singapore, on cruise ships and across the United States. She now spends most of her time in Orange County singing in New Thought churches, in restaurants, for social events, and in many senior living residences. Everywhere she sings from her heart, and is so grateful to be able to share her musical gifts. We're so grateful that we get to enjoy your musical gifts, so thank you. What a treat we're in for. So, all right, we have a show within a show. Are we ready for Unity Community announcements? There is a lot going on. So, first thing, obviously, are you receiving our weekly email bulletin? If not, please fill out one of our little sign-in sheets so that you can stay connected. We'll get you on the list. Fill it out, put it in the donation bowl or the basket as you leave so you can stay connected to all of the fabulous offerings Unity has. And coming up, I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm going to invite our own Howard up here. We have our spring prayer workshop coming up, April 18th. If you want to come on up, Howard.
Well, you can imagine if we put together, if we ask Shanice and Allison and Pastor Robert to put together a prayer workshop, you know, it's going to be 150% fantastic. And it is. So there's going to be some flyers back there with these details. I'll go over with you just real quick. But it's Saturday, April 18th, all day, 9 a.m. to 4, includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're going to cover affirmative prayer. Well, breakfast and lunch, not dinner, sorry. Affirmative prayer, mindfulness meditation, and contemplative prayer. And these are the 4 main things that we'll talk about, that they'll talk about. Learn about the power of affirmative prayer, how to develop a mindfulness practice, benefits of daily contemplative prayer, and then we'll experience prayer stations that bring depth to the practice of prayer with other cultures. So that's going to be unique, and that's going to be, really nice. So there's an early bird registration up until in March 31st. It's $45. The registration after that's $55, and if you at the door $65. But there will be scholarships available. If you're like me and just have to pay a whole bunch of money in taxes, and you need some help, and it just so anyway, there'll be the flyers will be back there, and we'll talk about it a little bit more next week. But we just want to let you know, get that on your calendar if you're interested. Okay.
And Howard's a wonderful master of ceremonies and always loves to share some great humor with us. Oh, I'm so excited about that. So we have our prayer workshop. And then coming up, there is a new class that Pastor Robert Bright will be offering our Unity community. And that's going to start, it's going to be on the last Sunday of each month. The next two classes are Sunday, March 29th. This is the history of unity, and it's an overview of the origins and the evolution of the unity movement, including the story of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, Unity Village, Unity Ministries, its governance, and where unity is today. So that's going to be at 11:30 a.m. on site. So please come to attend. The following workshop, part 2 of that, will be Sunday, April 26th at 11:30, following fellowship and service, and that's going to be what we teach. And that will be here, obviously, at the Laguna Woods Performing Arts Center. So we also have a new book study that just started this past Wednesday, March 4th, and that is from our Circle of Connection that was started by Diane and Howard. It's a really wonderful way to stay connected, keep your spiritual growth going. So I'm going to invite Howard back up here for an encore to talk about Don't Believe Everything That You Think, the book that they're studying. So come back up. Can't get enough of Howard this morning.
It's been a while. I just like knowing on Sunday I can come here and be with such wonderful people. But I need more help than that, so that's why I do the book club on Wednesday nights. And this new book, Don't Believe Everything You Think, it's an easy read. I've got flyers back there you can look at. It will have a here it is. Diane did a search for the concepts that are covered in the book and how they relate to the unity concepts, and that's back there as well. It was really interesting to see how that came out. It's an easy read. We do it from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Pacific time, and what we normally do is we talk about the book for half an hour, and then we'll go through the workbook questions for the rest of the time. And this is the workbook. You don't have to buy it. Diane and I have it, and we use it to guide the discussions. But some of the questions. I just want to. There was a good one in here. Like this is like we'll bring up this question. Like, consider the connection between feelings and ideas. What impact do your thoughts have on the feelings you encounter on a daily basis? Okay, well, we can relate to that. Consider the idea of thriving without awareness. What is the relationship between letting go of overthinking and developing a stronger sense of present and connection with the world around you? So this is the kind of stuff that we'll be discussing with this book. And if you're interested in that, just be sure and get the flyer, show up 6:30 on the church Zoom, and I think the numbers that are back there. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you're welcome to join us as well. We have one person from Alaska that comes with us, one person from LA, and we had a person from the Chicago area for a while. So you don't have to be here. You can just participate by anywhere. Okay? So the info will be back there. This is the book. It's available on Amazon. Make sure you get the one that says expanded edition. Okay? This one says for sale in India only, but you can get it on Amazon. Where that comes from, I don't know, but okay, thank you. Thanks very much. And I hope you join us. A really good discussion, and you get to make some personal growth. And it's less expensive than therapy, although as a therapist, I encourage you to go.
Thank you, Howard. What a nice balance of both, right? All right. So coming up, We have our annual members meeting next week, March 15th, already March 15th. It's going to follow the service, and everyone is invited and encouraged to attend. This meeting will provide the Board of Trustees, our wonderful board, with an opportunity to share information about our church and its future. And you are the church. You are the future. So it's really important that you come and be a part of it. Also, they're going to share the budget for the year, the financial information for the church, and welcome our new incoming board members. So, and of course, the choir is coming. The choir is getting ready for the Easter service. Choir rehearsals will begin on March 15th. Please see Bill for time. And March 22nd and March 25th. 29th. I don't have my reading glasses on. I should. So the performance will be on Easter Sunday, April 5th. Thank you, Bill. And as an expression of our loving kindness and our service hearts, the Unity Men's Group have been, actually, this is our whole church member group, has been serving lunch at the Orange County Rescue Mission in Tustin on the 4th Thursday of the month. For those wishing to volunteer, there are sign-up sheets in the back of the room. It's a really wonderful opportunity to share your love with our community. Yes. And the Unity Men's Group. Yes, I knew it was coming. They are meeting on the first Sunday of each month following the service, but they'll be meeting March 19th on Zoom at 5 p.m. And for that Zoom number, stay tuned. We'll have that here for you. It's in the back. It's in the back. All right. I think with that, thanks everyone for your attention and listening. We have a lot going on, so I'm going to turn it back over to Bill, and I think we're going to say hi to each other. Is that right?
Let's greet each other with joy, right? Here we go.
Good morning. In this awareness of our oneness, let us light the Christ candle that reminds us of our eternal flame inside, our Christ light inside of each of us and in all beings. And we take that awareness to bless the prayers that are in the prayer chest here. And we just lift our minds up to that infinite realm of God, knowing that all prayers are answered in their own time and in their own way. And so we see each prayer here, prayer request, lifted up into that divine answer that is already on its way. And now we have our daily word. Our word for today, March 8th, is divine feminine. I bless the divine feminine in myself and all others. Why don't we say that together? I bless the divine feminine in myself and all others. Today is International Women's Day, a time to celebrate women's achievements across societies and cultures. It is also a time to celebrate the divine feminine, which blesses all people. When I honor the divine feminine, I am recognizing God as love, compassion, and understanding, aspects that are present in everyone. The world is blessed by the contributions of those who embody the divine feminine in their words and actions, from the steeliness of protection to the softness of comfort and nurturance. I give thanks for the girls and women in my life as I lift up and celebrate the divine feminine in its many expressions. I affirm the divine feminine awakens and expands in my heart and blesses and prospers all life. And scripture is from Proverbs 31:31. Give her a share in the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the city gates. I bless the divine feminine in myself and in all others. Today's word is divine feminine. So let us take that awareness of the beauty and comfort and ever-present love of God into our time of meditation. Into this time of remembering who and what we truly are as beloved creations of a loving Creator. Turning inward, let us soften as we close our eyes, taking some nice centering breaths and letting go of anything you don't need right now. As we turn our attention to the light of the Christ within us, all around us, among us, and beyond. Breathe into this expansiveness of this light that you are. This love that you are, and know that you are eternal, light, pure, whole, holy, and so loved. We remember that a great love has loved us from the beginning of time. A great love has called us into being. It moves within us, healing our bodies, restoring our minds, calming our emotions. uplifting our spirits. It is the energy that breathes us. This heartbeat of God within. It is the music that our very atoms dance to. And we are the singer and the song of this great love. We are the heart song of God, living in the heart of God. And let us be with us now for a few moments in the silence. And as we return our awareness to this room, let us allow that inner melody of the divine to continue its harmony as we give thanks for this time of connection, this time of remembering. With grateful hearts, we affirm, we are one. I am love. We are living in the heart of God, and we say, thank you, God. Amen.
good Lord be with you down every road you roam. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. And may you grow to be proud, dignified and true. May you do unto others as you'd have done to you. Be courageous and be brave, and in my heart you'll always stay forever young, forever young. May good fortune be with you, your guiding light be strong. Build a stairway to heaven with a prince or a vagabond. And may you never love in vain, and in my heart you will remain forever young, forever young. And when you finally fly away, I'll be hoping that I served you well. For all the wisdom of a lifetime, no one can ever tell. But whatever road you choose, I'm right behind you, win or lose, forever young, forever young, forever young, forever Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Bill and Jennifer. That was a special request that they learned for today, so thank you so much. Beautiful. Wow, so we synchronized our watches today. So we'll be gentle with people coming in at the end of service. I've done it before, I know. So how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? We're going to ponder that today. I want to say it's so good to be back with you today. And I just love to see all of the goodness that is unfolding here and the richness. It's so exciting and energizing. So happy to be here today. So we're talking about time and our perception of time, and it sounds like you're studying it with the book, Don't Believe Everything You Think, so that'll fit right in with what we're talking about today. I have a Unity minister friend whose congregation sang happy birthday to a woman who was 101 years old. I know, and she said, I thought she was about 70. And so maybe 100 is the new 70. I don't know. So what does that make 70? The new 40? It's a math thing that we get to play with, right? But what she noticed about this person was their radiance. Their radiance, because that's the aliveness of God in us that is forever young, forever light, forever pure being. And I always say that unity is the fountain of youth, isn't it? It keeps that spirit alive that informs the body and emotions. And isn't that the beauty of these spiritual teachings, that when they get past, they have to land here, and sometimes they land in the same, mind and heart, but when they really sink in and get past the intellect, that into our skin and cells, our bodies tend to respond, don't they? With this vibrancy and well-being, and it becomes a visible glow, a glow of wholeness. So we return to the truth again and again that God is, I am, we are one in the Spirit, with the endless, innate ability to create beauty, love, peace, connection, delight. And the Spirit within us is timeless and ageless. Our eternal nature never expires. It never runs out. It never diminishes. That pure, undiluted essence of God is always present. It's present right now within you, within us here. And have you noticed that when you're kind of aligned and tuned in and tapped in, that you have more energy and vibrancy? Yeah, and when you're doing something you love, it's like timeless time. The clock is irrelevant when we're in that present moment that is just alive. And I love this from Charles Fillmore, and you'll probably hear more about that with Pastor Robert in his History of Unity, but he wrote, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm to spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. At age 93, spring forth. Wow. And what I love about this, he doesn't say I'm going to do everything. It's a discernment of the things that ought to be done by me. What is mine to do? Because some things are not mine to do. So we have that ability for discernment as well. So even at times when, our body tires or fear pops up or we forget who and what we truly are, the good news is that we can press the reset button in our minds at any time by turning our attention to that one presence and that one power that is active and alive within us, accessible at all times. And isn't that why we gather in unity each week? To remind ourselves who and what we are, to celebrate this infinite good we call God, the God of our understanding, in which we live, move, and have our being in. And in the heart of God, there is no calendar, no clock, no tick-tock cuckooing of the hour, no bells, chimes, whistles, buzzers, or alarms. No fall back or spring forward. Only the now of infinite possibility when we align with that truth, that eternal part of us, that God mind that we can access, that is a timeless mind. So living in the heart of God, doesn't that just feel good, that sentence? Just, oh yeah, living in the heart of God. What does that feel like? Like, for me, it feels like gratitude and noticing the little things that are so delightful all around us. The smell of the orange blossoms are in my backyard right now. And just the sun, little things. So to living with gratitude, with love, with acknowledging our blessings. And we have that expression, getting to the heart of a matter, which usually means getting to the truth of it, or the center of it, the essence of it. So to consider living in the heart of God is living from that essence of God, living from that center of God. And isn't this the time to build our spiritual steadiness? To become, as Pastor Robert put in his weekly e-blast, and if you haven't signed up to that, I would sign up for that because you get to see everything that's happening. And he is such a truthful and eloquent writer. He's been putting messages in there, and I'm going to quote him. He said, build our spiritual steadiness, to become less entangled in the turbulence of circumstance. Yeah. And when the outer world is in chaos and upheaving, this is the time to know that every time we choose peace within ourselves, that we, and he wrote, we quietly contribute to peace in the world. And isn't that true? So thank you for being here today in spiritual community, because we build our spiritual steadiness. And that is not the broadcast from society, is it? But there is a different message about time and what we should be doing at any age. You should, you're this old, you should be doing this, or act your age. Has anybody heard that? Or from you're too young for that, or you're too old for that. Last year, my birthday, my son and my little grandson took me out to dinner, and grandson, he's 6 then. He said, Grandma, how old are you? And I said, how old do you think I am? And he thought about it for a minute. He said, kind of really old, but not dead yet. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think I'll ask him that question again. So in truth, we are never too young or too old to receive a divine idea and make a positive difference, right? To be that greater love the world is calling for right now, to be that greater peace. And, we're living in a time where it's painful to witness things we don't agree with, things that are hurtful. And so to have that support, I call it the time of the SOS, the ship sending the SOS, the signal of stress. When we see a signal of stress, we can respond with our own SOS and share our strength. Or when we're feeling under a little bit, like, stress, in spiritual community and friends, we can receive their strength. So we get to decide whether we will entertain ideas of constriction or construction, limitation or expansion. And even in the face of change, challenge, and disappointment. Well, it takes a lot of courage to go beyond the narrative of what's possible, right? And I was inspired by the story of a man in Taiwan whose name was, or is, Wang Yangfu. And he was living in a village that the government set to be destroyed, demolished. And one by one, his friends all moved and left, and his neighbors, until he was the only one left. And he was 96 years old. Can you imagine being the only one left in your neighborhood? So he got a final letter from the government, and instead of packing, something inside of him moved to pick up a paintbrush. So he went outside of his bungalow and started painting murals of birds, of cats, of people, in these vibrant colors. And he loved painting. He couldn't stop painting. He just kept painting down the block and painting others' bungalows because no one lived there anymore. So he's just painting the whole block. And one night, a university student came by and saw what he was doing and took some pictures. And he started a fundraiser to get Wong some more paint. And a petition the student started to block the demolition. So word spread, and people were getting inspired, and they wrote the mayor to and urged him to preserve the village. So how many emails do you think it took for the mayor to persuade him? 80,000 emails he got from people around the world. And so after the mayor said, all right, we'll preserve it. So he deemed what was left of the village as a park, a public park. And Wong Yong-fu was nicknamed the Rainbow Grandpa. And he was allowed to remain in his home and to spend his days painting. And his colorful creations, it's a tourist place now. People go and tour it, his artwork around the village. Millions of visitors go there. So he followed his intuition and picked up a paintbrush. Not saying I'm too old for that. Not buying into what was happening. Something in him spoke and he moved. Even though logically, I could hear his relatives like, Papa, you got to get out of there. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to paint. So how often do we allow ourselves to follow that still small voice, instead of talking ourselves out of it? Yeah, it takes practice, doesn't it, to follow that, even though the mind may argue. So I love this story because it shows how when we listen and take action on those inspired guidance that we get, not only are we blessed, but others are blessed as well. So there is a divine idea waiting for you right now. I picture like hovering around the landing of your consciousness. And so this week I invite you to, in meditation, just, ask, what is that divine idea? And open to receive that. It'll be special just for you. So timeless mind, eternal spirit, what about the body? Well, we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience in a world of form, negotiating that world of spirit, the world of form. And we have these wonderful Earth School uniforms. Although I've heard many want to trade it. I want a different outfit. But they have their own purpose and their own journey. And when I was in ministerial school, it finally, like a ding in my consciousness that whatever form we're in, it's part of our soul's journey. What we will experience. So what do we tell our bodies? How beautiful and strong they are. How wonderful they are. And with this body-mind-spirit connection, we know that our bodies are listening. Our bodies are intelligent. So at any time, we can create a more respectful and friendly relationship with our bodies, yes? Instead of getting mad at it for changing, sometimes in unexpected ways, we can bless it, bless the body, like Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, did. Bless it. And I love in her writing, she talks about, when she would write people letters that if they were going through a health challenge or they had pain, she said, find a part of your body that does not hurt, even if it's your pinky and your finger, and bless it. Bless it. And that will relax. And the body talks to each other about feeling blessed. So instead of getting mad at it, we can bless it. and listen to it when it's getting our attention. We get busy sometimes, we can say, oh yeah, go away, I heard that, no, I got stuff to do. But to listen and have that grace and compassion with our bodies. And this blew me away, this next part, when I learned about it in my Unity classes, that Charles Fillmore, the other co-founder of Unity, believed that one day the eternal part of us with practice and mental mastery would have the ability to perpetually regenerate our cells, and the body would not have to expire. Isn't that mind-blowing? Called it regeneration. There's a whole writings about regeneration. But the idea that the body, in a sense, would catch up to the eternal part of us, and we would live in a new kind of time that some call Kairos time, that perpetual present moment, or God in expression, God time. And our third unity principle that we heard today and affirmed, I create my experience by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. How far can we take this? Are you curious? What is something wonderful you want to imagine with your thoughts, your feelings, your focus? Who wants to experiment to see what is possible? Well, a group of Harvard researchers did just that. How many of you have heard of the Langer experiment? A couple of people. Well, this happened in 1979 when director Ellen Langer called it the counterclockwise study. And she wanted to know if the negative stereotypes about aging could be lessened or even erased by psychological interventions. So, 8 men in their 70s spent a week in a retreat center, and they lived as if it were 20 years earlier. They were instructed to imagine that it really was 1959. Not reminisce about it. A controlled group did that. But they met with facilitators twice a day to discuss current events in the late 50s time period. A radio played Perry Como. The TV had Ed Sullivan. There were no mirrors, no modern-day clothing, no photos except their much younger selves. And after 5 days of living as if they were 20 years younger, guess what happened? Physically, they showed many improvements in hearing, vision, memory, posture, IQ, walking, physical strength. And these improvements were also found in the control group, who just reminisced about it, but greater improvements in the living as if group. Langer wrote on the last day of the study, men who seemed so frail when they arrived, some on canes, played an impromptu touch football game on the front lawn. Not too old for that. So what does this mean for us? What does this mean for us? I saw this as, this was almost scientific proof that our mindset affects our bodies, right? Our mindset affects our experience of life, our thoughts, our feelings. We create our experience of life, as our third unity principle says. And we can have a new mindset to create possibilities for greater health and well-being that affect the mind, the body, and the spirit. I love this from Unity writer Imelda Shanklin. She reminds us, your mind is your world. Your thoughts are the tools with which you carve your life story on the substance of the universe. When you rule your mind, you rule your world. When you choose your thoughts, you choose results. And she adds, your mind will do for you anything that you ask of it. It will reveal to you hourly the thing you need to know for that hour. You do not have to wait on time or on inspiration in any work. You can do well at one time as you can in another. Time is always yours. Inspiration is continuous. That's a good affirmation. Time is always mine. Inspiration is continuous. Let's say that. Time is always mine. Inspiration is continuous. Let's breathe that in. So I want to share one more story with you in closing about this Greek island named Ikaria. Has anyone heard of that one? A couple of people. And it's called the place where people forget to grow old. Most of the population is 80 years old and up, and they love their lives. The population has very few health issues. They have fresh air, they grow their own food, they walk around the island. They take naps every day. Businesses, I love this. Businesses don't have posted hours because everyone understands that the shop owner may have to close the shop to go swim or to visit a neighbor or to take a nap. It's just like in the culture there. In this community, listening to one's inner rhythm is more important than obeying the clock. Doesn't that sound like freedom? On a day when we're really conscious of the clock today. Here's the other thing. They eat together. They gather to talk, to play cards, to drink wine, to look out for each other. They care for each other. Sounds like heaven on earth, doesn't it? I think it's what we create in spiritual community too, that level of care and connection. So we create this too when we remember our eternal spirit and shine with love, with kindness, with appreciation, with presence and connection. So this week, let us go forth remembering that you are never too young or too old to receive a divine idea and make a positive difference in our world. For divine life is always now, active and alive within you, active and alive within all of us as we go forth, living in that center, living in the heart of God. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. I see God everywhere in the eyes of a child, in a beautiful smile, in the dandelions running wild. I see God everywhere, and I see God in you. I see God everywhere, in a sleepy lagoon, in a brand new moon, in a stormy summer afternoon. I see God everywhere, and I see God in you. There is one unconditional love, and it comes with a guarantee. Everything we can possibly use is available to you and me. I see God everywhere, in the tall oak tree, in the ocean breeze, in a hive of buds and honeybees. I see God everywhere, and I see God in you. I see God in you. I see God in you. Thank you.
You so much. We've really been blessed by you, Jennifer. Yay. And Reverend Robyn, talk about divinely timed. I was just in a timeless state. How about all of you? What a very, very powerful message. Whew. So this is the time of our service where we get to practice the principle of giving and receiving. And in this church community, what a joy it is to see everyone giving. Just want to acknowledge that. So if you have a gift, let's hold a gift in our hand as we say our offering blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive in gratitude. We have new blessing envelopes for you if you would like to have us keep track of your offerings for tax purposes. But the act of giving in its purest form is the foundational law of life. It's the core principle on which creation stands. What we give is what we create in our lives. So we align with this universal principle when we give without any expectation of anything in return, but pure love. So as the baskets are coming around, there are many ways for you to give. And our church is solely funded through your generous love offerings, and your support is so appreciated. One way, you can text to 77977 and the message, Unity of OC Give. You can go to our website, or you can mail in a good old-fashioned check to 25310 Moulton Parkway, Suite O, Post Office Box 533, Laguna Woods 92637. And there's many ways that you can also volunteer your time, your talent, your service. See Ellen, she's our volunteer coordinator. And we would love to see if there are any first-timers here. Anyone brave enough to come? Yay! Oh, let's offer our lovely Jennifer Hart our blessing. And for all of you out there on YouTube, we'll just bless each other and you. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Just like the song, you're welcome. So, Reverend Robyn, would you love to come and bless our offering for us?
So we are so grateful for the generosity present in this room and in this community, and that consciousness of love and knowing that as we give, we also receive. And so we bless these financial gifts and see them going forward to expand the light. We say, thank you, God, for our abundance here. Amen. Thank you.
You. So please stay, join hospitality with us. Keep this timeless sense of self in your week, and thank you everyone who made this service possible. And let's glow forth as Reverend Robyn invited us, and be that peace in the world right now that we need. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a great week.
Let's stand and sing our peace song and our prayer for protection. Let there be walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. All together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay, God.
See you back when. Yeah, I've been working with her.